Yo, yo, yo. How's everybody doing? Got a few people joining. Where are you guys coming from? Hey, before I get started, I'm going to let a few people roll in here. And I'm going to be talking a little bit about my weekend, what I have going on. Dubai, awesome, man. Thanks for joining from so far away. Let me know, guys, where's everyone else from? What's your name? Who are you? What do you do? What part of the world are you from? And plug yourself. This is an opportunity to plug yourself a little bit right now. Las Vegas. What's up, Las Vegas? DAB lover. Dab lover. I think that's what you mean. Pot farmer. Awesome. Well, we got pot farmers here. What else? Who else do we have here from besides from Las Vegas and Dubai? Got a couple people joining. I'm going to go ahead and wait, but I've got a few things. That I'm going to be talking about with you guys. I know with some of the other people that I've been doing scopes with. What's up? What's up? I believe your name's Jeff, right? So just plugged in my live training. Perfect, man. Hey, I understand if you can't join us on this one too much, but thanks for joining. And so anyway, I've been talking with a few guys and a few people on our last couple of Paracasts, and we've been talking about some ways that I could give back to the community. Yeah, awesome. Thanks for plugging me. So basically, I'm getting ready. I was going to do a whole Periscope training and how to use Periscope and some of the ideas on how you can monetize Periscope and some things that have been shared with me. I'm going to go ahead and share them with you. So one of the things that was asked was, how do you record your Periscope? And I've actually put this whole thing together. I got a whole training together. I'm not going to be going over all of it today, but I am just kind of gathering some ideas, putting some stuff together that I'm working on. So one of the questions that came up, though, was how do you record your Periscopes? So right now I just got done recording a Periscope. So I'm going to flip to the this mode here so you can see me. I'm going to go ahead and show my computer. And if you can see my computer very well, you can see around the top corners there's something that's glowing right there. What that is actually Camtasia. So I'm going to stop the recording. And then you're going to see Camtasia jump up on the screen. And then now it's going to show my whole recording that I have. So now you can see my recording from the beginning of the recording. And then right there, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually post a call to action. I'm going to put a call to action right here on the side, which will be like a little board. I can even show you what one of those boards look like. And hey, by the way, guys, can you hear me all right? Can you guys hear what I'm saying right now? I want to make sure you guys can hear me. I've got a headset on, so awesome, fantastic. Okay. So I'm going to go, I'll show you, like, for instance, what one of my call to actions look like. Let's go to my desktop. I've got a few here. Let's see. Here's one of my call to actions that I can use. Right there. Catch me on Periscope, get a free ebook that I'm giving away. So I made this, and actually my friend Chris Record he actually showed me how to make these type of graphics using PowerPoint. PowerPoint is pretty amazing that he uses it. The way that he uses PowerPoint, actually, it amazes even graphic artists that you can actually do that. So anyway, I'm actually putting together my training. I've got training about how the changes of Periscope have come along. I can show you a little bit here. I've got basics. I've got some information on the facts, like August 2nd, 2015. Periscope has grown to over 10 million users, and that this was accomplished in slightly over 4 months, opening in March 26th. It's faster than Facebook, faster than Twitter as far as growth rate goes. And right now, over 40 years of live streaming videos are being watched every single day, and this is expected to continue to grow. So these are just some of the things I'm going to go over on my training. I actually put together, I use this a lot for my notes. I don't know if you guys have notes or if you have a Mac, but a beautiful thing about Mac is that you can use this on your phone, and it'll sync with your computer and your Mac directly. And so what I did is I actually put some ideas on here. So, like, for instance, and these are the things that we're going to go over in the training once I put it together. I actually, what I was going to do was I was going to take my wife Akumi's phone, and I was just going to have her watching me, and then I was going to record it and have you watch how to use it. But then I started thinking, why don't I do something a little bit more in depth? And I think that people would just get more out of it. What do you guys think? Do you think you'd get more out of something like that? And hey, if you like this content, man, show the love. Give some hearts, share it, whatever you want to do, man. Show some love. So looking on here, I've got some things. So I want to do some like basic training, getting started. And by the way, guys, this is how you build digital products. I mean, straight up, this is how you would build a digital product. You have to map it out, right? You have to mind map it. So these were some of the things that I came up with. So I came, and if you think of some, let me know. If you have some questions about some things here you think that would be better for me to add. So I've got here getting started and signed up, how to pick your handle. This was a big thing that me and my friend Chris were talking about picking handles for Periscope. So like you could pick a nickname, you could use your real name, you could use your business name. One hint that I put there is to make sure you keep it easy and something simple to use, especially if you do a handle or a nickname or something like that. Uses for Periscope: brand awareness, celebrities, events, musicians, philosophy, teaching, launching products, preaching, sharing your story, etc. Whatever you may find. How to find people in your area. I'm going to show you how to do that. I'm going to show you how to search other scopes that are interesting for you. I'm going to show you how to give hearts. Those are simple, stuff. I'm going to show you how to share everyone on Twitter. So if you swipe over to the left or from the left to the right, if you're on iPhone, and scroll up, you'll see that there's a share button there. You can share to everyone, or you can share to Twitter, or you can share to Facebook, or you could just share to certain people that follow you, that you want to just say, oh gosh, you need to check this out. How to broadcast and set up your first Periscopes. I know a lot of people out there, they're just probably scared to even talk about or get on Periscope. It's kind of frightening, right? It's like public stage fright. I heard that getting burned by live fire is more scary, or is less scarier than speaking in in the public's eye. So we'll probably talk a little bit how to overcome some of those fears. Also, how to think of subjects, things like book reviews, interviews, subjects that are interesting in events that you're going to, or even if you have a business that you want to share with others. Who knows is listening to your message, by the way. I mean, someone could be listening to my message right now that I don't know, and I'm providing tons of value for them, and then they may actually come back and say, hey, I'd be interested in you speaking to our group or something like that. You never know who's listening, right? Why would you want to think about that stuff? Well, how to build the following, how to get people to know, like, and trust you, and then you can move them towards whatever you want. It's really limitless. And what do I think is going to come from this? I think major relationships. I also think it's going to be more ways to meet people from all over the world, like worldly partnerships. There's a guy on here from Dubai. I mean, he would never even know who I was if it wasn't for Periscope, right? So partnerships could be formed from Periscope. Major groups of partnerships could come together. Businesses that have that can use a real-time platform like Periscope to grow their business with. I also want to talk about other ways to get followers. Say something profound to other people on other people's scopes. Say something profound on your own scopes and get people to share. Follow other people, and then they might follow you back. And also be interviewed by other people on other scopes as well. It's a great way to have people follow you. Periscope's recent updates, one of the biggest ones is this landscape mode. Some people say they don't like it, but personally I think it's fantastic. I'm glad they finally did it personally. I think it was a much needed service. And then people that I follow Grant Cardone, I follow Gary Vaynerchuk, I follow Chris Record, I follow Russell Brunson, I follow the Dave Robards, I follow Caleb Maddox, and I also follow Tim Ferriss. So that is actually the things that I'm going to be going over. And I'll flip this around. Those are the things that I'm actually going to be going over on a podcast that I'm putting together. I think is going to be some great content. I think there's a lot of people that need to learn about podcasts or Periscopes. I'm still learning a lot about Periscopes myself. I've done a lot of webinars and stuff like that, so I think of it as like a webinar, but a better way to syndicate yourself out into the world. And then also my friend Chris Record is actually putting together some pretty cool like tribes. I want to say like tribes of Periscope members together, and it's kind of a behind-the-scenes project he's working on, but it's something to get really excited about. I think it's going to be released sometime in October or November, but I definitely would say stay tuned to that. I'm going to be a big part of it. I'm going to make sure I'm a big part of it. I'm going to invite everybody with me that can possibly make it, and even if you can't make it with Periscope, you can. So just finished up my live speaking with this on training, and we'll be going to rock. Awesome, right? So yeah, like talk about things that are relevant. So that was that. Okay, and the next thing I want to talk to you guys about is I'm going to be doing probably another Periscope either today or tomorrow, where I'm going to be interviewing the Dave Robards, okay? The Dave Robards. You can follow him at the Dave Robards. He's in the Scope train, if you've ever heard of him. He's one of the guys that works for Grant Cardone. He was on the Whatever It Takes network on the first season, and he won, and now he's one of the top dogs there. So I'm going to be interviewing him hopefully today. I know he's on his way up, so it just depends on if he gets jet lag or anything like that. If he gets some jet lag, then I totally understand. But at some point, either today or tomorrow, so make sure you are listening or you're paying attention so you don't miss it, or catch the replay. And make sure to give us tons of hearts when we're on there. We're going to be sharing some deep knowledge that we've collected over the years and that he's recently picked up that has literally changed his life. I mean, literally changed his life, and taught him how to 10x things. So I'm really excited about that. Also later on today, most likely, if Akumi's up to it, I want to interview her again on here again about running a restaurant. We also want to talk about other income producing, or what I call revenue generating activities. I think that that's something that, again, is a good topic to continue to roll on. These are things that I love, and I'm very, very passionate about. This is actually finally something that I can mesh my passion directly into income producing things. So what is 10x? So that, if you've never heard of the 10x rule by Grant Cardone, it's a book that I highly recommend that you get out there and you buy right away. Or you can do what I do. I actually listen to the audio version on Audible. If you want to just start expanding your knowledge, get Audible right away. It's like 14, 15 bucks a month. You get one book a month. They do deals every once in a while where they'll actually send you a bunch of credits, or they'll send you a deal on credits where you can buy books at like half off or even a tenth of what they normally cost, and then you could load up your mind with fantastic and great positive information. The 10x rule is basically, I actually had a podcast a couple of days ago about your potential and about the word potential. And so whatever you think of is like, when you think of your goals, okay, or your personal potential, you think of like you're thinking of a certain height of something. And then once you've hit that spot, that is typically where you're limiting yourself at that point. So what 10x means is that basically, what if you could think beyond that? Okay, what if you could say, well, this is what I need to do, and you mapped out everything you needed to do, like you reversed engineered step by step every single thing that you needed to do to hit that goal in life. But would that actually make you happy? And that most people, they're not thinking big enough. Like, a lot of people try to think less because they're thinking that they're being realistic or something like that. And it's okay if you don't hit your goals, but if you can reverse engineer it and then reverse engineer it even more, saying, well, what if I did this 10 times more? What if you could find out that one key element in business that would make you more fortunate or make you more money in business? If you could find that one key element that you could 10x. Once you could find that, you could identify those things, then at that point, then you got to think about, how could I 10x that? What I mean by 10x is, how could I do that 10 times more than I'm currently doing? Yeah. So like, for instance, if you own a call center and you could personally only make 100 phone calls a day, well, if you bought a dialer that had 10 lines on it, I'm just saying, you got to make sure you check with FCC and you're within the rules. But if you could do 1,000 calls a day, do you think you would 10x your day? Thank you for sharing. I will get that book or audio. I highly recommend the audio because Grant Cardone talks about stuff in his audio that he doesn't go over in the book. And I know that because my friend Dave told me about it. So I would highly recommend the audio, retraction, over the audio. So that's all I really had today. This is going to be kind of short. I definitely would like to end with a Q&A. If you guys have any questions or anything like that, give me some questions, give me some hearts, share away. Share the love, guys. This is what Periscope is all about. It's about sharing and reciprocating with each other, giving hearts, and if we are providing each other with value, then do it. So I will get audio. Appreciate you. Hey, I appreciate you too for being here and supporting me as well. Definitely. If you guys have any other questions, I'm going to pop off, but I'm just letting you know what I've got going on upcoming soon. This book changed my life. Yes. Yeah, babe. That's my wife right there. You guys follow her. She's going to start doing Periscopes on wine reviews. She's very, very passionate about wine, and she runs our family restaurant. She's pretty much the owner, and she's a phenomenal person. She's got a lot of knowledge. She's been an entrepreneur as well. Thanks from whole Dubai. Hey, thank you for from Dubai actually watching us here in beautiful Lake Tahoe. We're not in the desert. We're actually in the forest. So I could actually put this as my background. If I get out of the way, I don't know if you can see the lake. It's kind of smoky up here. We got a fire going on up here. I don't know if you can see, kind of see that there's a little bit smoky outside. Fires. Don't play with fire. I know. But I hope it's cooler than normal in Dubai. I'm sure it's always warm there. So anything else, guys? I'm going to go ahead and get off. That was it. I just wanted to share with you real quickly what's going on right now, what's coming up, and just make sure you pay attention. Dave Robards has tons and tons of knowledge he's going to drop, and we're really excited to have him. So we'll talk to you guys soon. Have a great day.